The following message is transmitted at the request of the Fort Wayne Police Department. A large protest has begun near the Allen County Courthouse. These protesters are dressed in all sorts of religious garbs and are demanding to push a button. Protesters are holding up signs depicting a big red button. Many of these people claim that they will stop at nothing to push a mysterious button. Police are attempting to keep the protest from becoming violent. Cases of vandalism have been confirmed across the city with graffiti that claims that the button should be pushed. Nobody knows as to who started this organization, but police are asking civilians for information. You are to stay away from the Allen County Courthouse until the protest has disbanded. This concludes operations under the emergency alert system. Stations may resume normal programming. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Fort Wayne Police Department. Civil emergency message. The protest has turned into a large-scale riot. Demonstrators have thrown Molotov cocktails at the Allen County Courthouse, causing a major fire. At least 4 police officers have been gunned down by rioters. Many businesses have been looted by opportunists, leaving large amounts of damage. Major traffic jams have taken place due to roads being clogged by rioters. You are advised to stay indoors and not to join the riot. Doing so may result in injury, arrest or possibly death. SWAT units have been deployed to contain the situation. Please remain tuned to preferred media outlets for further information. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Allen County Sheriff's Department in conjunction with the Indiana Department of Homeland Security. The riot has spread to New Haven, Woodburn, Monroeville and Huntertown. Vandalism has been reported in the rest of the county. Buildings have been spray painted with text saying "Let us push the button" and "The button is salvation." Rioters have burned down many homes and businesses. SWAT teams are currently fighting the rioters, but to no avail. Some police officers have defected to the side of the rioters. Authorities are not sure as to what button the rioters are talking about. Psychiatrists have confirmed a large rise in patients admitted to hospitals due to psychotic breakdowns. These psychotic breakdowns involve a patient randomly pushing buttons they see and will violently assault those who try to stop them. You are advised to remain indoors and away from windows. Do not attract the attention of rioters. Do not join in the riot. If you have friends or family experiencing extreme psychiatric symptoms, take them to the hospital immediately for a mental health evaluation. This message will repeat in 5 minutes.
Attention all SCP Foundation employees level 3 to 05 rank. This is a security alert. It has come to the attention of the Overseer Council that extremely classified information has been released to the general public. This security breach is believed to be caused by followers of SCP-001-J. A thorough crackdown will begin to ensure that further breaches will not take place. Once those who were behind the breach are caught, they will be subject to execution. All employees are required to cooperate with an internal investigation. Failure to comply will result in death. The Overseer Council is briefing the President of the United States on the nature of this security breach. A plan is being developed in order to prevent people from reaching SCP-001-J. New security measures are now in place.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana Department of Homeland Security, the Indiana State Police and the Indiana National Guard. A cult has emerged and has claimed responsibility for the violence. This cult goes by the name of the Order of the Sacred Button Pushers. They claim that an organization called the SCP Foundation has a button hidden away. The Order of the Sacred Button Pushers demands that the SCP Foundation turns over the supposed button so that it can be pressed. Police in Fort Wayne have defected completely to the cult after being shown supposed pictures of this button. Numerous bombs have been detonated in Fort Wayne, causing severe damage to the city. Major Christian churches and Jewish synagogues have been converted into button pusher temples. The Indiana State Police and National Guard have been authorized to use live ammunition against the Order of the Sacred Button Pushers. Citizens living in Allen County must remain indoors or risk being killed. This is not a drill. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Department of Homeland Security. The Order of the Sacred Button Pushers claim to be in possession of a large-scale chemical bomb. They claim that this bomb can destroy a major city and release a toxic gas cloud that can spread for 300 miles. People living in Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan should seek immediate shelter. You must shelter in place now. To shelter in place, take the following precautions: close and lock all doors. Turn off heating and ventilation systems. Seal cracks in doors and windows with duct tape or damp towels. Gather enough food, water and medical supplies to last at least 72 hours. Have a battery-powered radio with extra batteries. Retreat to a low-level interior room with limited ventilation and no windows. This is not a drill. If you are driving, pull your vehicle over and seek shelter in a sturdy building. If you are at a place of work or a store, remain in your location unless said place is not a viable shelter. If you have friends or family at school, a hospital or a nursing home, do not attempt to pick them up. These places have their own emergency protocols. This is not a drill. Seek shelter now. Do not wait. Seek shelter now. Biological hazard warning. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Department of Defense, The New York State Police Department, in conjunction with the New York State Department of Health and Human Services, the terrorist organization Order of the Sacred Button Pushers, have used multiple crop dusting planes to disperse a combination of anthrax bacteria and ricin toxin into the skies of New York City. Anthrax is a deadly bacterial infection that is transmitted through airborne spores and contact with infected animals. The anthrax released is of the airborne variety and will cause dangerous respiratory illness. Symptoms of airborne anthrax infection include fever, chills, chest pains, profuse sweating, headaches, coughing, shortness of breath, nausea, vomiting, stomach pains, body aches, exhaustion, confusion and dizziness. Ricin is a deadly toxic substance derived from the castor bean. Ricin toxin can be distributed through ingesting the castor bean, pellet or airborne powder. Symptoms of ricin poisoning include respiratory distress, chest pains, pulmonary edema, nausea and fever. Due to this bioterrorist event, all citizens of New York City and those living within a 100-mile radius of the city must remain indoors. Going outside is too dangerous. If you believe that you have been exposed to either anthrax or ricin, isolate yourself and call 911 immediately. You will get further instructions there. This is not a drill. If you are outdoors, seek shelter indoors now. This message will repeat. The following is an administrative message from the United States Department of Homeland Security. The chemical bomb that the Order of the Sacred Button Pushers allegedly had was a mere hoax. The purpose was to keep emergency management and federal law officials distracted while the terrorists unleashed biological weapons in New York City. Despite the chemical bomb being a hoax, Button Pusher members are still on the loose and still pose a threat. An administrative message from the Indiana National Guard and Indiana State Police Department. Allen County has been liberated from the Order of the Sacred Button Pushers. Most of their members have been either arrested or killed. Surviving Sacred Button Pusher members are currently on the run from law enforcement. It is believed that this crisis will end by at least tomorrow afternoon. Please report any and all suspicious activity to police. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and a classified entity. The Order of the Sacred Button Pushers has been terminated due to the major damage to national security. Everyone's memories will be wiped clean and nobody will remember anything. Mass dispersal of amnestics will begin shortly. This message will repeat until all memories are erased. Thank you for your cooperation.
This is a special message from the Overseer Council in regards to the button pusher incident. Memories of the incident have been wiped from the minds of the general public. Containment of the button pusher cult is confirmed. Our internal investigation has concluded that SCP-2522 managed to breach containment and has spread information around the internet pertaining to SCP-001-J. While the Order of the Sacred Button Pushers have been defeated, we now have the breach of SCP-2522. All Foundation sites are now on high alert. This SCP is known for transferring its consciousness into a variety of computers and attacking people. Mobile Task Force units are currently searching for signs of SCP-2522. A detailed list of emergency instructions are being sent out as of now. All staff will devote their time to searching for SCP-2522 and contain it.